Okay, so here we have a much better picture showing radians along the edge of the circle, okay? Now again, think about it like two different things measuring the same type of thing, like feet and inches. Feet is a bigger measurement than inches, and radians is a bigger measurement than degrees, but they both measure the same thing. They both wrap around a circle, okay? There's exactly 360 degrees in a circle and exactly 2 pi radians in a circle. Now this right here is our super important conversion factors. Now if you want to convert from radians to degrees, you multiply by 180 over pi. Remember that came from doing 360 and 2 pi but reducing the 2. Now the reason we want to times by 180 over pi is because if we want to get rid of the radians, we're going to cancel out the pi and have degrees left on top. And then the opposite is true for this. We should probably show our degree signs on these. Add that to your notes, okay? So let's try a couple conversions, all right? So this right now, example 1a, is a degree, and I want to convert it to radians. So I'm going to times it by pi over 180 degrees. Now my units of measure are going to reduce away the degrees. So I'll have 210 pi over 180. Now I'll reduce each of those by 10, so 21 pi over 18. And then I can reduce by 3, and I end up with 7 pi over 6 radians. Now unfortunately there's no shorthand way to label a radian measure, so I'm going to write radians. Okay. Let's do another one. So times by pi over 180 degrees so that the units of measure cancel. So then I have 230 pi over 180. Remember, when you multiply fractions, you multiply straight across. Let's reduce by 10. And this time, because 23 is prime, nothing is going to reduce away after that. Okay. So now let's try some the other way. So this time I'm converting from radian to degrees. So I'm going to use this one, the first one, so that I'm left with degrees on top when I'm done. So the pi's are going to cancel, and then I'm going to multiply my fraction straight across. So I have 1260 degrees over 12. And then divide that through, make sure I have a nice reduced fraction, and I do. And then the last one, 180 degrees divided by pi. Don't forget to add those degree signs to your conversion factors up here so you don't forget to label your answers. All right, then I'm going to go ahead and reduce, and I end up with negative 220 degrees. Now what I want to mention is, why we got that negative there is because negative radians work the exact same way as negative degrees. So on your unit circle, you're always going to start at 0 degrees, and if you want to have a positive radian measure, you rotate up counterclockwise, and with a negative radian measure, you rotate down clockwise. Oh, last thing I'll mention in this part of this video is that coterminal angles act the same way with radians as well. Instead of adding and subtracting 360, we'll add and subtract 2 pi.